So here's to flavor 2 on this batch. Welcome to another episode of this silly little thing I thought it would be fun to try to do. It was 12 days before Christmas of candy cane taste tests. We did this 12 days before Christmas is multi-flavor packets. So we did watermelon yesterday, and today we're doing the raspberry, I guess it is, Blue Rebel. And this 12 days is these multi-flavor packs, one flavor at a time. Then when we get to the actual 12 days of Christmas, which actually start, I believe, on the 25th this year, then we actually then do individually different flavored candy canes for the 12 days of Christmas, which should end, I believe, on January 5th. Is that right? I think that's what we're doing. So today's is the Blue Rebel. All right. First of all, if it's probably a blue raspberry, which is not a real thing in the world. They chose to do that. We all know blue raspberry because they already had cherry and strawberry as your red fruits, and so they had to find a different color for raspberry to distinguish it. And that's why we have blue raspberry. So let's pull out our gummy cane. Does it sag any? It's got some rigidity. They're very similar to the firmness of a Twizzler. All right, and I don't know if the goop that they have in this thing is actually any different between the watermelon one. And yeah, it must be, because the watermelon one has a green goo, and the raspberry one looks like it's a blue. So let's see if I can pull that out to show it. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up the difference. So this is a green goo. This is the blue candy cane. So they are distinctly different flavored, all right, or at least colored. We'll see if it's actually got a different flavor. Okay, and if I remember correctly, yesterday the way I started this was taste the candy cane first without the goo, and then we're going to taste test the goo without the candy cane. Similar in texture to a gummy worm. And about the same taste. Like a blue raspberry gummy worm. Tear here. Like that has ever worked in the history of tear here. Okay, this is the new flaw in this process, apparently. It's not enough that you have this tiny little container to dip your candy cane in. Now you've got to make the container with the dip impossible to frickin' get into. There we go. Yeah, the tear here was in the wrong spot. All right, there we go. Got it off. We've got our blue goo. Gooey foods. Nothing like a gooey food to... All right, so taste the goo without the candy cane. Really? There's nothing? There you go. Yeah, it's not quite the same as the one yesterday, but other than being moderately like acidic tasting, I mean, it's very similar to just tasting a wedge of lemon with a little bit of something else introduced to the flavor. All right, let's give this a go, shall we? Today I'm starting with the curve because I think that makes it a little bit easier to use it to. And again, I think my hands are going. Whoa! I think my hands are going to be sticky after this. I think this flavor packs a little more pop than the watermelon. Mm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's just what I've eaten today. But this definitely has more sour to it. Whoo-wee. Vacuum cleaner. Suck this up. Trying to get it all out of the bottom of the container today. Unlike yesterday, where getting it out of the container was a matter of getting my fingers in there and getting it stickier, which is a poor strategy. But this way, I think the flow with this method is in order to get to the bottom of it, you need a certain length. So in order to finish off the goop, you have to maintain your candy cane structure so it doesn't disappear on you. So you're never really eating both halves at the same time. I think doing this, like the straight rod of gummy, not bad. And that brings to mind the better alternative for this, which was the old pretzel sticks and peanut butter or crackers and cheese containers where they have the little square of cheese with a spread stick and you spread it on your cracker. Use little pretzel rods or little gummy rods and a container, a square container of this dipping stuff. I think that would be a better strategy. I understand the candy cane is the theme of doing this, so there's nothing wrong with the candy cane structure. This is the weak point on this one, I think. Although I did yesterday go take it when it's like this, where it's still got a little bit in it. Add a little water, shake it up until it's completely dissolved, and sip that. It's like a little bit of a tart lemonade, which might not be a bad way to go with that in the future too. Alrighty, so this is day 2. Tomorrow we take another flavor. Which ones are we going to do? Are we going to do the Kool-Aid? Or are we going to do the soda ones or the trolley? I think those are my 3 flavor choices, right? What are we going to do? Does anybody have any preferences? We've got 3 trolley, so we've done 2 flavors now. Got 3 in trolley. We've got 3 in soda. And we've got 3 in Kool-Aid. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So where's that mystical third one coming in? That's a surprise. We'll see where that gets. That'll probably happen right around Christmas Eve. I will see you tomorrow for another flavor test. Happy 11 days before Christmas.